What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today on Baggers and BS, we have a very special guest, or at least a very special guest to me. I got my brother in visiting from Arizona, so it's a little bit of a culture shock for him for multiple reasons. One being that it's freezing out here compared 49 degrees, and they got turtlenecks on over there. Secondly, he's an Indian Challenger owner, so he's never ridden one of these machines, okay? Now, that right there is my brother. It's my brother Jeff.
What's up, guys?
Why don't you go ahead and say hi?
What's up?
Oh, you already did. Anyway, why don't you go ahead and tell them a little bit about yourself, what you ride, the two relics you own, or is it one?
I'm out in Arizona in the Phoenix area. I have an Indian Challenger. I have a Kawasaki Concourse and a CBR 1000. The CBR is an 05. The Concourse is a 2015. And then my Indian is a 2021 Indian Challenger Dark Horse.
So safe to say you've never ridden one of these machines?
No.
Nothing like that. What's your experience with Harley?
No, I rode one of your friends' Harleys back.
Yeah, that doesn't count, bro.
2013 or something like that.
Stop. You rode it for 10 minutes and it doesn't count. 2013.
But yeah, no real experience riding Harley.
Okay, so what's your opinion of Harley? And don't sit here and now try to fake the fun, because you like to send me memes and stuff of.
I've seen a lot of Harleys broken down on the side of the road.
All right,
that's
so
what I know about Harleys.
That being said, I am about to let him ride the $60,000 Road Glide and see what he thinks about that. Not sure that that's the right choice, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it anyway. After that, I will probably let him ride the new CVO. To be honest with you, my whole purpose behind this is I kind of want to see what he's got a biased opinion about Harleys a little bit. Not that he thinks they suck. That was just a little busting of chops. But at the end of the day, he's never really ridden a Harley, okay? Like he said years ago. That being said, this machine right here, as most of you guys that are following me and been watching the channel and my social media know, is all done up. It's a performance bagger. Does it have some things that could probably be upgraded? Still, yes. Is it the ultimate performance bagger? To me, yes. To a lot of people, yes. There are some things that can be done that upgraded that I still want to do. Now, if he likes it, I'm thinking he may purchase it. So I'd like to keep it in the family if possible. That wouldn't be a bad idea. So him test riding this should be awesome. I'd like to really see his opinion of what that feels like. Then I'd like to have him ride the 2023 CVO, and I really want to see what, excuse me, how he feels, how he feels about the Indian in comparison with the new CVO. I feel that it has some Challenger-esque qualities in terms of it's more powerful. There's no having to downshift from 6th gear into 5th to move at highway speeds. You just kind of roll on the throttle and it goes. It also handles a lot better. Not saying it handles better than the Indian, because it is a monoshock. Not saying that it doesn't. That's still yet to be determined, and that will be determined by me down the road when I really start doing some upgrades to this, or actually even before I do upgrades. But I want to be able to start pushing it. So far, as you guys have seen, it feels awesome when I ride it, and it's very stable. It's more stable than a stock Road Glide, because of having done the alignment at Grimm's Garage. So there's a lot to eventually see and figure out with these bikes. But I want to get his opinion on what he thinks, what he feels when he rides these bikes, and what they're compared to, how they feel compared to each other, and also how he feels about them compared to the Indian. And hopefully I think he'll give me an honest opinion. I don't think it's going to be a big deal, but I think he's going to be pleasantly surprised at his feeling about the Harley and about how it handles on both ends, on both models, the 21 and the 23. That being said, we're going to go get some fuel because both bikes are pretty much on empty, and I'll get a little footage of him riding. We'll take a short ride. Unfortunately, it is cold out here, and yes, I was busting chops, but I don't want to have him out there too long. He's got family here and we got things to do. But I figured we'd take a little opportunity to get these out on the road real quick. It's a nice day out, 50 degrees, and see what he thinks. So stay tuned, guys, and we'll see you back in a few minutes. All right, guys, so we're getting ready to leave the garage. Figured I'd let him ride the CVO first. Sure, you guys can see him right there. I really want to see what his thoughts are on the CVO and how it feels. So, should be interesting. Should be pretty interesting to see his thoughts. Or to see what his opinion is, I should say, not to see his thoughts, because obviously we can't see those. Let me fix my microphone. All right, guys. Oh, here we go. We got to go get some fuel. Hopefully I don't run out of gas. So I'm very curious to see what his overall opinion is of the new CVO in comparison with the Indian, only because I feel they have some qualities. How can I say this? I feel like the new CVO is very refined, even more refined than the Indian, to be quite honest with you. That being said, when I say refined, it's just really good quality and how it feels, how the performance feels. Everything's very smooth operating. I know some people say the Indian feels cheap. I understand where they're coming from with that. I don't agree, but I know what they mean, kind of when they say it, because the materials aren't metal or full plastic, they're just not quite like the Harley stuff, and that's okay, because it still feels good as far as I'm concerned. So, but I get what people are saying. Get what people are saying when they feel that way. So I want to see what his take is on the Indian and on the CVO in comparison with the Indian. I really want to know how he feels. Does it feel as refined? Does it feel as heavy, nimble? All the qualities that the Indian has that I like, that attracted me to that bike. I feel like the CVO has them and maybe has even improved them a little bit. I can't wait to also hear his remarks on how that bike feels in comparison with this one. Because in my opinion, it's night and day. This bike is awesome. I love riding this bike. I do feel that the 23 CVO makes this feel somewhat obsolete in a certain way. So we'll find out. Very curious. Should be interesting. Oh, you're good. You're good. Alright guys, so we're getting on Route 80 here. Just coming through town. So you can feel it on the highway. Nothing crazy. With any luck, it's New Jersey and there's probably traffic. I didn't realize my brother rides like an old woman. Not that there's anything wrong with that. He's probably not used to the windiness or these rough roads. Out in Arizona, I think the roads are a lot better than here. I'll take it easy on him. It is a really, really windy day, but I want him to get a good feel for the bike, and I really want to know how it feels. I mean, you know, I forgot he's riding with carbon fiber wheels, so it probably feels really, to him, it's probably a very strange feeling and unstable feeling. Dude, this guy, he's not built for Jersey anymore. It's the second time. Alright, there he goes. He's hitting 70 now. Well, yeah, so he's probably feeling with this wind, the carbon fiber wheels. And he's really, you know, it's if you're not used to it, it's a very uneasy feeling. So, especially on a new bike. So we're gonna keep the ride relatively short. I really don't want him on it. I didn't even think about that till just now. It is relatively, you know, it's not the greatest. It's a good ride. It's just you got to get used to it like anything else. So. It is what it is. Thank you. So yeah, it's an uneasy ride with the carbon fiber wheels if you're not used to it. So that makes sense why he's kind of taking his time. Besides the fact that it's a new bike, totally understand that. So we'll see. I guarantee you one of his reviews or one of his things will be that it feels unstable. It's not really that it's unstable. It's just that he's not used to it. This is just a short ride in the neighborhood, just so he gets a feel for it. But Very, very curious what he has to say. In my opinion, I think he's gonna love it and also feel like it's a little bit unstable. I could be wrong. That was how I felt on the first bike, this bike, when I first put the carbon fiber wheels on it. But it wasn't that it was unstable. I mean, I've gone fast enough, and I thought, like, oh, what is going on here? It's a lot lighter. I guess it's a lot less rotating mass. So naturally, that's going to feel some type of way, especially on I guess on a windy day. You'd feel it even more. And that bike's even lighter than this one with those carbon fiber wheels. So, I mean, check it out, guys. Look at them. Look at the 2023 VO in all its glory. Look at them, look at them. Go ahead. Seems to be enjoying it. Loves to leave his right turn signal on. Nothing wrong with that. Must be an Arizona thing. He's not used to on the Indian, the signal is on the left side, and it's one side for both signals, where the Harley, obviously all you Harley guys know, right signal's right, left signal's left. Alright, so I guess at this point we will probably pull over and switch somewhere. Alright, so let's see how he feels on the let's see what he thinks about the Harley. Oh my goodness, there goes my clutch. Just kidding, guys. I gotta brace. Listen, if you guys don't know us, him and I are constantly busting each other's chops. So, however, I do feel he's gotten a little soft in his older age. So it is what it is. Then again, also, he started riding much later than I did. So, I came off sport bikes. Not saying I was the best sport bike rider, but I was a little bit of a maniac back then. So, well, he definitely likes the sound of it, I think. I mean, who doesn't? And again, he's not used to that type of power, and I mean, even this, I honestly think this is going to be, it's probably about, I mean, from what I've seen online, the CVO is about 104 horsepower, 106 horsepower, give or take. So it's about the same as my Indian Challenger was stock, so. It's about the same as my Indian Challenger was stock, so I feel power-wise they're pretty comparable. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. But it definitely, I think the CVO is actually going to be more powerful than the Indian. I could be wrong, I don't know. Just going based on what I've seen so far. But then again, I'm no expert. Like I always say, this is just my opinion. We'll find out soon enough. It's really, really windy, guys. I feel like it's windier now than it was just when we made the first pass through here. By the way, 511 jacket. and it's fantastic. All I have is a hoodie on underneath and a long sleeve t-shirt and a regular t-shirt underneath that, but nothing crazy. Very impressed with all this wind. Actually, I've had this jacket for years, and it's always been very good in wind, in the wind and in the cold in general. It's very thin, very lightweight, and feels very good. Now, my brother is very, very cautious, which I would expect of anybody riding somebody else's bike, regardless of whether it's new or not. I think he's just being a little extra cautious, He's actually interested in buying the 21. So will it happen? I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. But I want him to ride it because for that reason. I want him to really test it out and feel it. I mean, listen, I don't think he'll ever ride it the way I've ridden it. I haven't abused it, but I've ridden it hard and, taken sweepers, turns. Like I said, he got started in the bike game late. He's still a good rider. He's very cautious, as we should be, and he's just a very responsible rider. I actually call him Dudley Do-Right sometimes to bust his chops, not because of the riding, just in general. So oh, there he goes. He's hitting it. Yeah, I mean, this bike feels amazing with these Carbon Fiber wheels. It's just like, it's such a big game changer. Like, no matter how you slice it, it's just it's a big deal, in my opinion. But it feels. I mean, as light as it is and as maneuverable as it is, it just feels that much more maneuverable. It's just, I mean, feels really, really good. I'm glad I put the carbon wheels on it. I think it was the right choice, and I don't think I'll regret it. And at the end of the day, if something, for whatever reason, I decide to switch them, it's not because they didn't feel good. Hopefully they last. Hopefully they, I've been told they're great. They're great, and I really have no concern about that at the moment. What I am concerned about is with the performance, and so far, I'm really, really pleased. Very, very pleased. He's got his right turn signal on again. I don't know if you guys can see that. Oh, he turned it off. Yeah, in this wind, you definitely feel it more with these wheels, but I mean, I don't know. I guess I'm just used to them. We'll find out when we're all done. I really want to know his opinion about that and about all three bikes, or about both bikes. So, all right, we're heading back to the garage. We'll be there in a couple of minutes, and Let's see what he has to say. All right, guys, so we're back from our ride. He had the opportunity to ride the CVO, the 23 CVO. I let him ride that first. I was talking a whole lot of trash while he was riding it. And then he proceeded to ride the 21, which I was talking a whole lot of trash while he was riding that too.
Sure you will.
Yeah, I was telling him how I call you Dudley Do-Right and all that type of stuff. I was commenting on your extra cautious riding. However, I did tout that you are a responsible rider.
I am.
So, truth be told, let's talk about the last bike you rode. You rode this one just now.
Yeah.
What did you think about it?
I think this bike has a shit ton of power behind it. A little bit uncomfortable for my taste, but I've never ridden.
What's uncomfortable? What do you mean?
Just ridden with T-bars, just the positioning. But the seat is super comfortable. It's
Yeah,
like
the seat
sitting
is
on gel.
That seat is awesome. That's
Yeah.
why I got it because
Yeah,
I haven't been able to find a seat that was suitable for me all this time. I did like the SDC, San Diego Customs, but
Yeah.
this seat, hands down, smoked it.
Yeah, this bike's a beast.
Now, just so you know, T-bars can be fixed. So they sell them with, you can get T-bars with pullback.
Well, I'd
In
probably
other
get
words-
them with some pullback.
Yeah. Okay.
Just so I could sit a little bit more comfortable.
Well-
My arms are shorter than yours.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm quite a bit taller than you,
Yeah.
so it's understandable. All right, what else?
But this bike is a beast, super smooth, loud. Everybody can hear you coming. Super loud. Rides great. You don't feel the bumps as much, I feel like. But you don't. I didn't really feel many of the bumps on that one either. They're just two different bikes altogether. That is definitely more of a powerful bike and just meant to get after it. Even though I didn't really have much of a chance to get after it out here.
Right, you just feel the power that it has,
Yeah,
right?
100%.
Now, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
So, how did that feel? Because you said when we were getting off the highway before, you said that the CVO, the 23 CVO, you're like, wow, I can feel how powerful this thing is.
Yeah.
That was what you commented when we first when we swapped.
Yeah, the 23 CVO definitely has some power behind it. I really liked it. I was pleasantly surprised. I thought it was going to be kind of laggy and kind of what I thought a Harley would be, right? Kind of, or like the old one that I rode a while.
Yeah.
You know, however
And that
many
other one,
years
that one that you rode in 2013 actually had a built motor.
Yeah,
So-
and this felt a lot smoother. The 23 CVO, super smooth too, super comfortable. I know you haven't done any of the upgrades to it yet,
Right.
or very many of it. Actually, I don't think you've done anything yet, right?
Carbon fiber wheels.
Okay.
That was my next
Oh,
question.
that's right. The lighter.
You didn't. Let me ask you.
Maybe that's what it was.
You felt sort of
was-
unstable.
No, I
Or-
didn't feel unstable.
Oh, really?
at all.
Okay. Because I was saying,
felt
I was thinking you were being a little bit cautious because you were feeling unstable. Because that bike. So I felt like when I first got the 21 CVO with the carbon fiber wheels, I felt like it was a little bit unstable. But then again, we weren't going that fast. I
Right.
mean, you know, I just felt like at certain areas, and especially with the wind factor, because it was very windy out there.
Yeah, it was a little windy. In Arizona, we get a lot of wind, so that really didn't faze me too much. It was more just, it felt kind of like you were on a cloud, and I was just trying to figure out the bike, right? Like, don't forget, Indians and Harleys, they have a little bit of different, like, hand controls.
Right.
And so I was trying to figure all that
I
out.
did
on the
say
fly.
that. I did say that because
Yeah.
you kept leaving your right turn signal
I'm
on,
like, what
and I'm
the
like, oh, he's making a right.
Well, I thought they were automatically canceling.
They probably do after about. I mean, I don't know. It seemed like you were using your signals unnecessarily. I don't know. Maybe it's just an Arizona thing. Here we
No,
switch
I
lanes.
like to let the cars know where I'm going to go, so that way I
Well,
don't
if
get
you're going
any-
fast enough, 9 out of 10
Yeah,
times the
I
cars
know.
don't need to know where you're going
I know.
because you're already gone before they even see you. So.
I know, but you got to.
I'm kidding, I'm kidding.
You got to remember, being out here, it's been a long time since I drove out here.
I totally understand, Dudley.
In Jersey, the roads are completely different than Arizona. The traffic's different, but
Yeah,
nonetheless, no excuses. The bikes both performed a lot better. I tip my hat to Harley on some good products.
So you relinquish your position as a Harley basher, is what you're saying?
I won't bash Harleys in the way that I have in the past now, having ridden them. At least not the newer ones. Right?
Okay, right. Well, this happened. They both happen to be newer ones.
That being said, I still love the Indian. Right? Actually,
Of course.
I really do love my Indian. I don't have T-bars on it.
I am an Indian
It does.
fan, obviously. So I mean, listen, that goes without saying. Look at it. Look at that machine. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
What's not to love?
It's a great bike. I think both bikes are really, really good. So
Comparison.
We'll see. I haven't decided what I'm going to do about this one yet.
Comparison. This to the Indian. I did tell them that you were considering purchasing it.
Man, they're two different bikes completely. This bike, the CVO is really designed to, like I said, get after it, and it's meant for speed, but for lack of a better way of explaining it, like comfortable speed, bagger speed.
What about? So wait, you don't feel like the Indian's built for bagger speed?
No, it is. It's just a different level, right? This CVO, with all the work that you've done to it.
Interesting commentary
really,
here.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see the comments on this one. It's gonna be a lot of people talking crap.
Look, I'm
looking forward to it. I want to hear.
Indian.
No. I'm not. Listen, nobody's saying you're bashing the
Indian.
Nobody's saying you're bashing it.
I'm just surprised. I am surprised at how well these performed. I'm not so surprised about this CVO. I'm probably more surprised about the 23 CVO because I know you had done a lot of work to the 21
So you expected
CVO.
this to feel the way?
Yeah,
it did.
I wasn't. Well, not that I expected it to feel bad, but I know how you are with your bikes, and I know the upgrades you do, so I knew it wasn't going to be anything near normal. And the 23 being stock basically at this point, minus the wheels, I wasn't expecting anything special.
So you underestimated both of them. That one, from the stock point of view, you thought it wasn't going to be fantastic or powerful, and you were going to thought it was going to be laggy, right?
Yep.
And this one, you thought it was going to be a lot less comfortable than it was because it was so done up, but you knew it was going to be powerful.
Yeah.
So you underestimated in their own unique ways, basically.
Yeah, they're both great bikes.
Okay.
And I think whether you choose Indian or you choose Harley, I think either way you're going to get a great machine. It just is a matter of preference and what you like.
Okay. Final words on all three bikes, since you've now ridden two state-of-the-art, brand new, modern Harleys, right?
Yeah.
And you have, what year's your Indian Challenger?
21.
Right.
Yeah.
So, right. It's not like those other two relics you have in the garage?
No.
Okay. Good.
No. I think, like I said, they're all great bikes. I think you can't go wrong with the Harleys. I would say the CVOs in particular, right? I can only speak to those. And you definitely can't go wrong with the Indian Challenger either. Love that bike.
All right, guys. Now, with all that said, he doesn't ride quite like I do, as aggressive, and that's okay. But what I will say is that Harley guys, I think we got another Harley guy on board. Just saying, Indian guys, still got an Indian guy. All in all, I mean, listen, he sounds kind of like I do, and we do, when it comes to opinions on things and just how we live our lives in general and the things we do, we live totally differently. Just saying, and that's not a knock on him by any means, but he's a lot more conservative. I'm completely irresponsible. That's really what it comes down to for the most part. But the point is that we both kind of agree that the Indian and a Harley is a fantastic bike. Whether it's a 21 or the 23, he rides his Challenger all the time, and he thinks they're both very comparable to that Indian right there, that 2023 Indian. Now, let me ask you this, and this is a question that I want answered for me. Did this feel obsolete in comparison with that? The 21 feel sort of obsolete in comparison with the 23?
I wouldn't say obsolete. They're just different bikes.
Or did it just feel...
You have this bike done up, and it's meant for performance, and
right.
You can feel it right away. As soon as you touch the throttle, you know this bike is meant for performance.
Right.
And that one is just smooth sailing.
Right. Well, wait till I'm done with it. It's still gonna be smooth. So my goal with that one might be, I don't know which way I'm heading with it. We'll figure that out as we go. But to make it smooth sailing, but still have the power and performance of what the 21 CVO does, and uniqueness of it. Hopefully, that's really it. Well, I guess that about wraps it up, guys. Final word for me is that I'm very fortunate to have three awesome bikes. We don't know what's going to be happening with the 21, whether it's going up for sale. I mean, it was up for sale. Whoever gets it is going to be a lucky guy. If I don't get what I want for it, I'm not just gonna give it away. Sorry. It is what it is. I put a lot of time, money, and effort into it, along with Get Lowered Cycles, and I love this bike. I do often have second thoughts of selling it, but they're three awesome bikes. Indian and Harley definitely have to keep the battle up. The more they push, the more the competition gets better. So each time everyone improves their bike, the Indian Challenger coming out, for example, and then out of that was born the 2023 CVO. So let's see what Indian Challenger comes up with in the next few, or what Indian comes up with in the next few years, or how they upgrade the Indian Challenger. But I think many people have said this before, the competition is healthy and it's good. So it keeps it exciting. They're awesome bikes. You can't go wrong either way. It's just a matter of your preference, and that's really it. That's it, guys. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe in the bottom there. I want to hear what you guys have to say about his commentary about them being awesome bikes. Like, this guy was always bashing my Harleys, and it's all in good fun at the end of the day. But the truth of the matter is, he never really had the experience of riding them, and today he did. So you heard it from the horse's mouth right there. They're awesome bikes. Like, I couldn't even believe what I was hearing. All right, guys, like and subscribe. Like I said, stay tuned for more content coming in the very near future. And thank you for your support. God bless, ride safe, and we'll see you on the next episode of Baggers and BS, where we will be discussing more about all three of these bikes and what's to come in the future with all three of them. Later, guys.
For you motherfuckers.